Hello, my name is Matthew, and I would like to tell you about a day trip that I took yesterday. I went to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to visit a dear old friend. It's a beautiful, lovely person that I've known for nearing 15 years, and I'm always uh, so happy to see her when I can. We don't see each other as often as maybe I would like, but I'm really happy when I do. We were meeting at Char's mansion, and entering Harrisburg, there's a great big sign that says the capital of Pennsylvania, which I'm assuming is true. And I got to drive through the city, and I got to walk a few of the streets and see all of the beautiful architecture, mansions that line the Susquehanna River, and I got to visit a bookshop. Um, but I got to see my friend, which was just a joy and a wonderful time. I got to meet her little sister, a 20-year-old, and afterwards I realized it's been a very long time since I've interacted with a 20-year-old, and it was great. Uh, she was so enthusiastic and excited about all of the different things that she talks about. She was reading a numerology book, telling me all about the meaning of numbers and things like that, and it was great. But before we got together, I had a little bit of time, and I stumbled into the most magnificent bookstore that I've been to in ages. And I got a business card. It's called the Midtown Scholar Bookstore and Cafe. And it's like walking through the wardrobe. Um, Absolutely beautiful. It has at least two stories. It has a sub basement. Everything is lined with bookshelves. Going through and realizing that for every author, not only will it have whatever famous book someone might be known for, it has all of the books. It has the letters. It has critical apparatus. It'll have biographies. Everywhere I looked, it was such an impressive display. Not only would it have paperbacks, but it would have hardbacks, it had leather-bound books. Um, I was surprised by how affordable, at least the books that I looked at were. And I picked up three books that I'd like to show you. I'm pretty excited about them. So two of them are letters from Flaubert. The first one is the George Sand and Gustave Flaubert letters. And I've only read small clippings and excerpts that I've found in introductions to other books that I have by Flaubert. And knowing that they were so close, George Sand and Flaubert, I'm really interested in learning more about their association and their correspondence. Then the other one is great too. It's Flaubert and Turgenev, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And again, I love I love the novels of Turgenev and his short stories. I've heard that he's the most French German writer, and he was friends with Flaubert, and they kept a correspondence, so that's going to be really enjoyable as well. And I believe I believe both of these have the letters that Flaubert wrote, but then also have the letters that respectively George Sand and Turgenev wrote as well. Really cool. And then the other one is a collected letters of Marcel Proust. This is selected letters from 1880 to 1903. I imagine this is still when he was a dilettante and a dandy. There's Marcel. And same thing. I'm really happy to spend time in the mind of writers that I just love. Learn more about intimate, unpolished, conversational thoughts that they have. I just feel like it's will be insightful. So that's it. I only picked up 3 books. I could have picked up 3 dozen if my budget afforded it. And happy to say that next week I'm visiting my friend again, and this time the purpose of our visit will be to spend an afternoon in the bookstore. So I'm very excited about that. The last thing I'll say is just a small mention about the mansion itself that we spent time in. The host or whoever gave us a small history. So initially it was built right on the Susquehanna. Amazing view. When I was there, it was at sunset, and you look across and just see this silver streak of water that was just wonderful to see. It's great to look at a river. But initially it was this mansion was built for somebody, and it was somebody's home, some rich person that lived in a mansion. And then before it was turned into a restaurant, I think the woman was saying that there was a certain time where it was a halfway house for lunatics, before there's a decision made as to whether or not they should be carted off to a proper insane asylum. And that was sort of said in passing. I wish I could have maybe heard that a little better, but so anyway, I had an excursion, an outing. I went out for the day, and I went to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I got to see a dear old friend, and I met her sister as well, which was very nice. And I got to pick up some really interesting books that I otherwise wouldn't have thought to look into. So I wanted to share that with you. Let me know if you've been to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, or if you've been to the bookstore or anything like that. And thank you for watching.